In Muzaffarnagar, proprietors have started putting up nameplates on eateries, shops and stalls that fall on the covered route. Moreover, the state government has announced that action will be taken against those selling products with halal certification. Halal certification guarantees that food is prepared according to Islamic law and is unadulterated. Those found selling halal certified products within the state will be prosecuted under Section 32D of the Food Safety and Standards Act. Meanwhile, kosher certification is an organization or certifying authority that grants a seal of approval to ingredients, packaged foods, beverages and facilities in which kosher food is prepared or served. This comes after the Muzaffarnagar police recently announced their plans to have all eateries under their 240-kilometer jurisdiction, including roadside carts, to display the names of proprietors and managers along the covered Yatra route. This move, intended to ensure transparency and accountability, has been perceived by opposition as a veiled attempt to identify and potentially target Muslim-owned businesses. The big question then is, if there is a halal and kosher certificate, why is there no certificate for Hindus to deem it fit for devotees? Joining us live is Sumit Peer, political commentator. We also have Ratan Sharda, political analyst, live with us. Tahira Hassan, activist, also joins us live. Major Mohammad Ali Shah, defense IMPA media panelist, is live with us on the broadcast. Let me bring you in here first. Sumit, on this storm, do you believe it's a storm in a teacup, or is this intended to target a particular religion in the state of Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand?
Uday, thank you for having me on your show. It is, first of all, it has nothing to do with any particular religion. If it was for Muslim religion and Muslim faith, then it will be a blanket embargo. It will not be for 45 days. It will be not on the covered route only. It will be done across entire Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. Opposition is trying to cast aspersions because they are not sensitive to Hindu sensitivities. I don't know how many of them have got the covered, because if you do get a covered, you understand the pain and the sattvikta it requires to do it. It's a hell of a job. Honestly, it's not easy. Even a person like me cannot even dare to do it, what our brothers do. Now, when people are in such a yatra, there are some sensitivities which are involved. Like last time I told you, they can't eateries around Hajj are not run by any of the non-Muslims. You cannot go to Hajj because you're a non-Muslim. There are so many sensitivities across the Islamic faith and in some parts of the Christian faith as well, which are sensitive to them. We have no problems with that. But when it comes to Hindu faith, it cannot be negotiable. That everything around Hindu cannot be debatable. I have been raising this question time and again. Why do we need a halal certificate? If we need a halal certificate, then there should be also something called as a sattvic certificate or a divya boj or whatever you want to call it, because halal is a 60,000 crore industry. They don't pay GST. They are running this industry, and whenever you and me buy a packet which is a halal certificate, at least we pay 5 to 7 rupees per that packet, because the manufacturer will collect from you. So, even in an airline, the halal food is thrusted on us. Even on a railway, the halal food is thrusted on us. There will be a time when people will say, I don't want halal food. If the brothers of the Muslim faith want halal food, okay, give them that. But why should I pay for that? Why should I be thrusted with that? And why we shouldn't have a sattvic boj? Because if that is a certificate we require, let's come up with a certificate. Let's come up with a standard. Like I go and he asks me, what is the burger you have? You want to have a veg burger or you want to have a non-veg burger? I say, maybe a veg burger. So then we can have a choice. Okay, I want a sattvic boj, and I want a halal. Whoever wants halal, let him take halal. Who wants sattvic, let him take sattvic. I'll tell you, Uday, based on my experience, if in my groceries, whatever I buy from my family, if I find there's a halal certificate product, I do not buy it. Because I don't want to pay for that. It's not my religious sensitivity. Why should I be paying for somebody's religious sensitivity? What kind of a modern day jizya is imposed on Hindus of this country? You have to pay bhai certificate ka paisa. So the time has come that Hindu rights in this country have to be equally regarded, if not better. If there's a halal certificate or this kosher or whichever certificate another is there should be a sattvic certificate, there should be a divya boj, and let the people choose whatever they want to have. Once these certificates are there, even I recommend for everything. If there's a halal certificate for a atta, for a chawal, for a tea, then why not for from the other side as well? So this is very clear, and as far as the UP is concerned, I've been telling you, there's a law and order situation. There are nefarious elements who can create videos, who can create this communal tension and all. We don't want communal tensions. We don't want mari. We don't want anything like that to happen. If the name has to be printed, put out, let it be that, because there are numerous examples where the names are fudged, where you are using wrong names and you are trying to attract customers, which is not fair, especially during this covered days. Again, the point I'm reiterating, it is not permanent. It is temporary. It is only for these 45 days. There is no Muslim embargo. There is no Muslim economic ban. Otherwise, it would have been something permanent. No. Any temporary measure to maintain the sanctity and sensitivities of a community for a particular time, 40, 45 days, cannot be seen as a Muslim ban or Muslim economic boycott or untouchability and all. Opposition can say whatever they want to say. And Uday, does Akhilesh Bhaiya remember what did Mulayam Singh Yadav do in 2006? Is exactly the same thing. So, the memories in politics are short-lived, but let's not
Is
make
that the only rationale? Is that the only rationale behind this diktat, Ratan Sharda, or is there more to it? Is an effective solution having a similar halal certificate for products for Hindus as well, particularly on a pilgrimage like the Kanwar Yatra?
My first objection is why people are trying to call it a suppression of minorities and, this is some kind of dictatorship or it is communal. I do not know. If Muslims can have halal label, which nobody objected to, in fact, 16% minority is able to thrust this label on other 84% population. And it is also how halal is made, why everything has to be called halal is a different argument. But my point is, if they can have a halal labeled
इंतजार कर रहे हैं हम.
food, why can't pilgrims have a sattvic food when they are into this 1 month long arduous pilgrimage? As simple as that. And as far as law is concerned, it's an old law. Law requires every shop to have this kind of certificate of the ownership. Not only that, in fact, the Congress government put huge penalties for people from 2 lakhs to 10 lakhs if they do not follow the law. And I say, why just 45 days? Why not all year round? If labels are to be there, let them be all year round. And why should somebody who's very happy to be asking for halal, asking for identity all across this, why can't Hindus have that right? I do not know. And when Hindus have been targeted right from 1947, that they are responsible for partition, they are responsible for every violence, they don't know how to run temples, we will take over temples, we will use your funds, but we will not touch any other institution. Is this secularism? Is it secularism? Waqf can do whatever it wants, church can do whatever it wants, but Hindus cannot do? Is it right that we can't even have education where we can teach our own children? It is right that whenever Hindu festival happens, it needs protection from police. Why, if majority community is so communal, so fascist, why do they need protection? Why Muslims don't need protection? Because Hindus are the protectors. So let us be very clear, when majority is with big heart, with complete tolerance and respect, others should not be respected. It cannot be one-way street.
The storm in a teacup. What is wrong in this rationale, in this diktat, as asked Ratan Sharda and Sumit Peer? What is your reaction to their argument and logic, Tahir Hassan? And do you disagree with this order? Do you believe there's more to it than just certification?
No, I'm saying that the Sunitji said about the halal tag, that has been removed. Now in no mall, nowhere, nobody is putting that tag. And that's good. No Muslim is against it. What is the Hindu-Muslim? We are the citizen of this country. And then no festival you can take in isolation. All run by the collective support of the all community, you see. The Hindus come in Muharram. In my Muharram, I have seen in Lucknow. They come, they go forward just to offer water, sharbat and tea and everything. Like that, Muslims also in Bada Mangal, they participate. I mean, it is the beauty of India. It is the soul of our country. And why it is you divide it like that? And Al-Kabir is run by the owner, the exporter is the Hindu. Frozen meat, that is run by the Hindu owner. They go and send it by putting the tag of halal. But why are you dividing it like that, halal and not halal? Of course, in India, you said no, halal tag is needed. We are the secular country. We are the largest democracy. That is run by the constitution. We don't want this segregation type of policies. You can say, and I stand with you. But what's wrong into it that you just want to display? Ask them to display the license. And the name will be there. You say, display your license. And whoever wants to go and have the food there, they can have. Or you can pass the dictate this also. At the time of the Kanwar Yatra, where they are passing through it, the path of that, the Yatra path, there should be no non-vegetarian food. Because we as a fellow citizen must respect to our fellow citizens' faith. So, as the sensitive issue. So, pure vegetarian, even Muslims are interested, they will make the pure vegetarian without garlic and onion. If they are not ready to make, ask them Don't you don't do it. Don't write vegetarian. You just serve the non-vegetarian food. The Kavarias will not go there. But what happened there in Hapur? They vandalized. That dhaba was run by the Prakash Kumar, but there was a slice of the onion. So dhaba was vandalized, and the poor
Sharda,
workers
respond to that.
allegedly
There's a
assaulted.
better way of handling this issue than just a diktat saying display your names,
Yes,
which is in a
yes,
way
the
saying
social
display your
fabric.
religion. Says Tahir Hassan, why not say display your license? Why not say
Yes,
display whether you are a
name
veg
in the
or
tip.
non-veg restaurant? Ratan Chada, your response.
Pure
I,
vegetarian. You write down pure vegetarian.
I agree with Tahiraji. If a Muslim puts the certificate there, and why just display big names? They can have certificate put very easily at the front of the shop, and people can decide. And if a Muslim says, "I am serving sattvic food with guarantee of sattvic food," maybe people will go. It doesn't matter to the people. And if there is some Hindu who is not serving sattvic food, he will face the brunt. So it is for the traders to see that they are able to take advantage of one of the biggest festivals in North India and take advantage of that. Rather than that, see, this may be, what we call very, I would say, kind of, very strange kind of way of implementing it, but that's the bureaucratic way. It can be done better, but it is required. We should not oppose this requirement. It's a month when the people who pilgrimage need pure sattvic food. They are going walking. They are going through all the hardship. We should not see to it that they get into some eating where it destroys their entire pilgrimage month. How to do it can be done, but to oppose it as saying it's communal, it is fascist, and all that, I think you are overblowing everything. Every day this debate will happen till the Kanwar Yatra is
Overdoing
over
it,
itself.
by painting it communal, you are being unfair, says Ratan Chada.
No. No, it's, nobody said this is communal. I'm just saying the social fabric and the harmony will be disturbed. The people say,
Why?
oh, why it's right like that? Why? I'm saying remove the tag. The government has removed the tag of halal. And we are very
No,
happy.
it's not.
Why
It's
should
not
we?
there.
No,
It's
where
not.
is the tag? You go and see in
It's
malls,
not there.
no tag. No
You
tag.
go.
You go
Please
Lulu
look
Mall
at the
and any
packages
mall.
carefully.
No,
Madam, please
remove
look
it.
at the.
No, the government should do it. I'm saying I stand with you.
Okay.
We don't need that. Why should we need in the secular country? No, don't need. Don't do it. We all Indian, we all celebrate all festival collectively together. We respect each other's feeling, faith. So it should go like that.
Because this is an
the
issue
soul of
now.
our country.
This is an issue now, Sumit P, that even the BJP's allies are disagreeing with. The LJP and the RLD are coming out and opposing this diktat. Ratan Chada also saying perhaps it should have happened, in a better manner. This is the bureaucratic way of handling it. Sumit P.
You see, Uday, there are two things to it. First of all, Yogi Adityanath ji said there will be no halal certificate in UP only. It is not a pan-India phenomenon. Pan-India, it still works. The 60,000 crore industry, which is around $8 billion of pure revenue, pure margin, I don't know how does it works. And these people don't even pay the GST, by the way. Now, that's another thing which Nirmala Sitharaman ji should look into it, why they are exempted, why they are above the law, and why others don't have this privilege. Point number three is, Uday, it is not the question of what people in the alliance think of. Everybody has a right to implement or not to implement in their respective states, in their respective things. When we talk of UP, when we look at the Muzaffarnagar rights, and when we look at the Kanwar Yatra, it is the epitome of Mahadev Bhakti which happens in UP. And as a Chief Minister, Yogi Adityanath ji and Pushkar Singh Dhami ji have to ensure that no untoward incident happens. And at the end of the day, Uday, if you and me are doing it for 1 month, we are walking few hundred kilometers, and then we discover by mistake or by trick or by deceit, somebody wanted to get our penance, this 34, 45-day penance down the drain by some adulteration. On how will you and me feel? We'll be very pissed off, and then these agitated, most of them are youth, these agitated people, things can go wrong. So if these things are put in place, where is the problem? Should be no problem. The day halal certificate and this kosher, whatever the other certificate is, this is ended across the India, then we can talk of do Hindus need it or not. But today it is a thriving industry. It is run. I get flabbergasted when I look at a packet of tea halal. Halal is only relevant as per Islamic texts only for the meat. What is a halal atta? What is a halal chawal? What is a halal chai?
Even I don't understand what is
I
this.
don't know what is
I
this.
never heard this halal atta.
I don't know what is
Atta
halal
could be
atta.
also halal. I don't know.
Ma'am, you don't know.
Just-
You look at your namkeen is halal. Everything is halal.
भाई halal आटा भी है.
$2 trillion industry,
Okay,
sir.
Uday,
All
may I
over the
come in?
world, $2 trillion
Rice
industry.
halal. Very funny.
Ratan Shardar, do you believe at the end of the day that,
Uday,
this
may
is
I come in,
something
Uday?
that is also unfortunately being politicized a lot as well? In fact, we are seeing the kind of opposition that is coming out to it. Is it becoming now a political issue, a vote bank issue as well? Interestingly, as I said earlier to Sumit, because of this, alleged mishandling, as it is being called, of the issue and the way the diktat came out, the LJP and the RLD, who are the BJP's allies, are also against such a, regulation and rule.
Let Major Shah have his say. He wants to, so I give a place to him. Please,
Ratan
Mr. Shah,
Shardar,
go
yes, I think
No,
Major
let
Shah
Major-
will also be joining us on the broadcast. Ratan Shardar first.
ahead. He's there already.
Okay, Major
Thank you,
Shah.
sir.
Yes, Major Shah, I'll just come to you in a second. Ratan Shardar, go ahead.
Thank you very
You
much,
can answer that question.
Sir. Thank you very much.
Major Shah, I'll come back to you with that question. That question
Uday,
was
may
for
I
Ratan
request
Shardar.
your back-end team not to keep muting me by
Major
default.
Shah,
by
I'll just come to you. I'll just come to you. We'll get that corrected.
Sure.
Ratan Shardar coming in on that point. RLD and LJP also disagreeing with the BJP. Do you believe this has become a completely political issue now, Ratan?
See, I believe this reflex section of every so-called secular party to oppose anything which Hindus demand is going on since 1947. I think we need to come out of it. The parties who are part of NDA and now suddenly shouting something is going wrong, it's just a reflex section. They have not even understood the pain of Hindus and why only Hindus are taught the lessons like from Hindu code will onwards. I do not understand. So opposition parties who are with NDA also need to understand. Just as we respect every community's rights, every community's beliefs, Hindus too have certain beliefs, sir. They too have certain sensitivities, sir. They are not immune that despite all the tolerance and respect for every faith, they should be slapped around every time made a punching bag. Is it very wrong for a person who is doing this pilgrimage to expect pure vegetarian food? Is something wrong? So my issue is this.
Couldn't that order then?
Also,
No, but Ratan Shardar, again, the
Nobody's
counter question is,
against
should the order then have been pure vegetarian on that route? Rather than display your names.
Without onion and
order could have been that everybody has to clearly show the board of ownership, certificate of ownership, and they should clearly display that we are serving this kind of food. End of the story. If something goes wrong, then the government can take action. But otherwise, let it be. Let
Okay,
there be faith in people's certification
Okay.
and people's self-certification. Why can't they do it?
Okay, I think Sumit wants to come in, but Sumit, the Impar panelist Mohammad Ali Shah has also joined us now. Mohammad Shah, your take on this controversy. Do you believe that Hindus are being made a scapegoat here, or do you believe this was a wrong diktat from the day one?
Uday, I come from a background where all religions are treated with equal respect from the army. We have never felt any distinction. हम एक ही थाली में खाया करते थे. So we've never felt that, I am Muhammad Ali Shah and he is Gulab Singh. No, we are all the same. We've always felt the same. Now, when we talk about halal, I'll just clarify a few things, Yes, Muslims are very distinct. They will not eat meat which is not halal. Yes, and there is a scientific reason to that. Today, halal meat, with due respect to everyone, but halal meat is considered to be more hygienic. Why? Because the blood of the animal is drained out. There is a surety that the blood is not, you're not consuming the blood when you're eating. Like, I'll give another example of, I don't know how it will be right in giving citing this example, but I'll give the example of Muslims. They do circumcision. It's considered to be more hygienic. And there are a lot of non-Muslims also. Later on, they realize, for the sake of hygiene, they go in for that.
No, but the big question is now there's not a debate about hygiene at the end of the day, but the big question is, if there is a halal and kosher certificate, if there is a halal and a kosher certificate, should there be a certificate, say a Divya Bhog certificate as well? What is wrong with that, Mohammad Shah?
Okay. See, I see nothing wrong. I am on the same page with Mr. Ratan Shardar. I think what resonated with me was what he said, that we respect all communities equally. And that's, I think, a very, very balanced, a sensible, and a very, very mature statement to make. So all communities should be respected. So the very fact is The moment a religion comes into play, it gets communal there. So it should never be about a religion. Okay, bhai, because religion is a very, very personal matter. It's nothing to be worn on your sleeves
Yes.
or displayed and to walk around with religion. No, religion, you do it in your own private
The state
space.
government has also announced that there will be action against those serving with under halal certification food.
See, Uday, regarding those who are serving a halal certification food, then don't serve in areas where halal food is not welcome. Don't go and do your business over there in a place where it's not welcome. It's as simple as that. Find your own customer, find your own audience. The way, as a YouTuber, if I have to make a video.
Ratan Sharda
on,
responding to you. Ratan Sharda, go ahead.
See, one very simple point that I don't think the order of UP government to not display halal certificate is right. Because if I don't want halal food, I should not go to the eatery where it is halal. If I want jhatka, although I'm a vegetarian, just talking theoretically. If somebody wants a jhatka, he should know whether it's jhatka or halal. By banning halal certificate, you are doing no service. By demanding halal certificate, everything that people want, that's blackmailing people. That's blackmailing law and making money out of it. It is $2 trillion business industry across the world, and they are trying to take it to
It's impractical. It's impractical also is what you're saying. Okay. Yes, Sumit Peer. Yes. Sumit has been waiting patiently for a while.
And just small point. Mr. Shah, this issue of circumcision or, breeding, etc., is because where it was born, it was desert area. There was no water. So that when we copy the desert traditions in a place where there's enough water, greenery, we are making a mistake. It is not religion. It is because of the circumstances there. Once you understand that, why Arabic people wear loose clothes and have this special headgear? Because of desert. So should I wear it? I will not wear it. So let us not make
You
it
are
religious.
right, sir. I'm on the same
Yeah.
page as you. What you said is very right, and I'm also on the same. I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying that circumcision.
No, you're justifying. You're justifying.
No,
You're
no,
justifying
no,
these
no,
things.
no, 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 no. You misunderstood, sir. You misunderstood. I'm not justifying it. I'm saying it is what you said is very true.
No,
Okay, desert and now when you go
you've
like
justified it in the name
Correct.
of hygiene. You've justified it in the name of hygiene. Yes. Sumit Peer coming back in.
One sec, Uday. Let me clarify this. Let me clarify the misunderstanding first. No, sir. What you have actually misunderstood. I respect what you are saying, and you're not wrong. What I am saying is a lot of non-Muslims voluntarily, not out of compulsion.
Okay.
They choose that they think it's more hygienic, so
Okay.
they go in for that procedure.
Okay.
That's all I was saying. So it's completely voluntarily.
No, but
There's no compulsion.
no, but Mohammed Shah, you justified it in the light of of hygiene.
No,
He is
no,
giving
no.
a different
All
argument.
I'm saying
Okay,
is
Sumit Peer, please,
even
please, no.
before
Now this is not a debate about circumcision or not. Please, let's not digress. Sumit Peer, come in here. Sumit Peer, come in here. Yes.
The Uday point is very simple. There are Hindu sensitivities which have to be respected. There are Hindu festivals which have to be respected. And there are cases, when I have told you last episode, this Khatu Sham Dhaba owner is somebody else. Radha Krishna Dhaba owner is a Muslim guy. Hare Shri Krishna Dhaba owner is, Om Namah Shivaya Dhaba, the owner turns to be a Muslim guy. If there is a visible disguise in the system, how does government handle the disguise? And regarding the BJP allies who have problems with this, let them first abolish halal certificates in their states. Then let them come to open table and talk. You cannot have a halal certificate running in your state. You cannot have this kosher certificate running in your state, and then you are opposing this because you have to preach what you practice. Today, Yogi Adityanath ji has abolished halal certificate in UP. Then he is able to have a stand on this. Imagine the halal certification and all is going on as usual, and then Yogi ji is talking about it is not fair. The problem is today, Uday, I have one important point to make. Why you or me or Ratanji or anybody as a Hindu, we get into an airline. Why we have to eat halal food? Bhai, kyun hame nahi chahiye halal food? Why it is thrusted down my throat? I don't have any other option. I go into a railway, bhai, halal food hi khana. What is me to do with halal food?
Okay, no, fair enough. Tahira Hassan, respond to that. Sir, Sumit Peer has raised an important point. Why thrust halal certificates and food on people of the Hindu community? That's one. And secondly, what about people who have named their dhabas after Hindu names? But are serving non-veg food? Won't they get confused in the whole licensing issue that you were saying earlier, which is why the nameplates have been said to put out the name and not necessarily the name of the dhaba or the name under which the license has been issued. Put out your name. That is why the logic of the UP government on the name. Your response to that?
The license, on the license, the true name will be there, no? So put the license that
I'll
you have
answer.
license to run the dhaba or this thing. But of course, halal tag, you don't trust it on the forces on these food products. Ask Al Kabir not to put. They are not Muslim. Why they have kept their name Al Kabir and exporting it and generating revenue? Of course, I stand with you. They should
Can I make a
stop
point?
export. They are top exporters. They should be punished. They
Uday,
should
can I make
not
a
do it.
point?
Why they are doing the meat export on the name of Al Kabir and Arabian frozen meat and all this? Don't do it. Why you are putting the tag also halal and doing it?
Okay,
Don't do
so
it.
if Muslims are,
I'm saying
I'll
we
answer.
all
Sumit, please respond to that.
citizen of this
If
I'll answer
Muslims
that,
are
Uday. I'll answer
naming
that.
their dhaba Om
And
Namah Shivaya,
this should not be
then
done.
Hindus are also exporting meat and
I'll
other
answer that.
things under Muslim company names. Respond. Yes.
I'll answer. Uday, the first thing is, look, if you run a medical shop today, you need a license, right? Anybody with a B Pharma can rent you that license for 1500 rupees mahina. That is what happens in India. You use his license and you run the medical shop. Today, there are these licenses you can get in a Hindu name and you can write a Om Namah Shivaya and the license will be written Om Prakash Sharma, but there'll be a Muslim guy running the dhaba and displaying the same license. That is why the UP government said, whoever is the owner of the dhaba is not jiske naam pe license. So you can rent a license today. Whoever is the owner of the dhaba, his name should be displayed. Point number one. Point number two, regarding what Tairaji raised. Look, Uday, the problem is very simple. Halal is relevant for meat only in Islamic faith, that too in Islamic
Yes.
countries. When you are exporting meat, okay, give them the halal certificate. If they want, let it be a Hindu or whoever he wants to run it, let him do it. I have no problem. But why is this halal thrusted on wheat,
No,
wheat
but
chawal and
Sumit,
atta
Sumit,
in a
Sumit,
India
Sumit,
That is very funny
That is
for
the
Vijay.
problem we are
yes,
in.
yes. So,
This is funny.
Sumit, the counter
This is
question,
fun.
Sumit, the counter question to you also will be,
Halal
which
rice
Ratan
I
Sharda
never
said, halal certificate banning is also impractical. Do you agree? If we are advocating for a new certificate for Hindus as well, say a Divya, Bhog certificate as we were calling it earlier, do you believe then that even the halal certificate is needed in certain cases?
You see, if you are exporting meat, in that case, you might need halal certificates. If there is a Muslim butcher, he anyway says, I'm doing
Don't
halal. Okay, that is okay. But minus that, it is not required anywhere. Why is this being thrusted within India? If you are exporting meat to, let's say, Saudi Arabia, Hindu or Muslim, whoever is a supplier, he may need that certificate. Okay, let him do that as
Ratan
part of.
Sharda.
Why is this being thrusted on the entire 1.4 crore
Ratan
people?
Sharda.
150 crore people?
I totally agree with Mr. Peer that this particular halal certification began with export industry, and people who give the certificate. I have personal experience with a friend of mine where they just went, took around, took money, and said, "Aap halal ho gaye." It's a food color business. It was neither a mutton, it was nothing. It was so. This is a business where people are making money on the side in huge numbers without tax, without GST. I don't know where the fund is used. My issue is that this should be voluntary. If you want to say that you want a halal food, you will get it. You want a sattvic food, you will get it.
Okay.
I certify whether somebody uses or not. But for the manufacturing them just to save their cost, can't they have two packaging? One for Middle East, one for Indian market.
Correct. Makes sense.
As simple as that.
Okay. My thanks to
Whoever
all.
is doing it safely, just saving penny.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.